Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the movie 420 Massacre. Dylan Reynolds reached out to me and asked if I would review his new movie called 420 Massacre. He sent me a pre-screening of the movie and he gave me the go-ahead to give any feedback, whether it be good, bad, or anywhere in between. Just a little background on the movie. 420 Massacre is considered to be the first stoner slasher. It's written and directed by Dylan Reynolds, and it stars actress Jamie Bernadette, who was also in the movie American Satan. The movie tagline is "Inhale, Exhale, Scream." And just a little description of the movie from imdb. A group of 5 women go camping in the woods to celebrate a friend's birthday over 420 weekend. But when they cross the turf of an illegal marijuana grow operation, they must struggle to survive the living nightmare. So the plot of the movie is pretty simple. It follows a group of friends who are camping in the woods, and they come across a few questionable characters along the way, including a drunken forest ranger named Ranger Rick, and he warns the girls about marijuana growers in the area and to not venture too far into the woods. They then come across a redneck hunter and then a missing hiker who also warns them about the dangers of being in the woods. But in good old slasher movie fashion, they don't take these warnings seriously and they decide to continue on their journey to their campsite. But they soon come to realize that the woods aren't as safe as they originally thought. And now on to my thoughts about this movie. As someone who doesn't consider themselves to be a stoner, I wasn't sure if this movie was going to be for me, but I actually ended up being pleasantly surprised. So like I mentioned previously, the plot is pretty basic. It's a slasher movie that takes place in the woods. So this isn't really an overcomplicated story that makes you think too much. It's pretty much what you'd expect it to be. But even though the plot was pretty simple, it was pretty fun to watch. Overall, I thought the acting and writing were pretty good for the most part. There were 1 or 2 scenes where I felt like there could be a little room for improvement. Like some of the conversations the girls had just felt a bit awkward to me, but otherwise it was pretty good. And the friendships between the girls seemed pretty believable. And there was a good balance of different personalities between the group. Before knowing anything about this movie, I thought that all of the characters were going to be huge potheads. However, one of the characters didn't even smoke weed. I did find the one character named Donna, who is portrayed as being a huge pothead, to be really annoying and over the top. And I was like, I really hope she dies first. But otherwise, I found the other girls to be pretty likable and relatable. The next thing I want to talk about is the kills. Some of the kills in this movie were just awesome. My boy Jason Voorhees would definitely be proud. Some parts of this movie were actually pretty gory, and I thought the practical effects were just excellent. And I was actually pretty grossed out during some parts. And the overall look of this movie was great. For an indie movie, I wasn't expecting a whole lot in terms of quality, but it totally exceeded my expectations. I thought the color palette was really cool. Everything was very yellow toned. I'd say it was almost like a sepia tone, and I thought it gave the movie a really cool look. The soundtrack to the movie was also really good. I was looking at the credits at the end of the movie, and a lot of the songs were performed by the band Sleeping Wolf, and I thought it was cool that the character Donna was wearing one of their band shirts. I thought the monster was pretty cool, and at the end we get to learn a little bit more about his motives, which are pretty interesting. And speaking of the ending, I thought they did a great job with it. At the end we get to see kind of like a final standoff, and I thought it was really well done. So overall, I would say this movie definitely exceeded my expectations. You would probably expect a marijuana-themed slasher movie to be more of a comedy, but the overall tone to the movie was actually more serious than I originally expected. And considering this was an indie movie, I'm sure it didn't have a huge budget, so I think they did a really good job. Out of a 10 rating, I think I would give this movie a solid 6.5. So if you're looking for a fun slasher movie to watch, you should definitely check out 420 Massacre. The release date is today, Tuesday, April 3rd, and I'll leave all the links down below if you want to check it out. If you end up watching this movie, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.